Well, hello again, and welcome back to the Life Purpose Breakthrough course. This is a free course to help you break through and get unstuck so you can live your passion and purpose to the fullest. In the last video, we talked about how to stop leaking your power. We talked about how negativity, especially your own anger, creates distance from people, and especially from your own life purpose. This is all about clearing the space so you can get ready to live your passions and purpose to the fullest. We also talked about finding your soul self. Now, you may be wondering if we're going to do a life purpose exercise. You may be wondering, what if I don't even know what my life purpose is yet? Well, don't worry. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes, but for now, what we want to talk about is choosing the right path when we aren't sure which way to go. You know, I'm remembering back to those 34 million people whose greatest fear is not knowing what their purpose is and how you might be one of them. Well, this is where it gets interesting. Let's talk about how to choose the right path, the path that takes you where your purpose is when you aren't sure which way to go. Now, remember in the last video where we drew the two stick figures? Our ego self was on the left side and our soul self was on the right side of the page. And on the left side, our ego self will feel things like doubts, worries, frustration, and anger. On the right side of the page, our soul self has qualities like wisdom, clarity, inspiration. And the right side of the page is where our life purpose lives. Well, when things aren't working out like we hoped, when we aren't achieving our goals, or when we reach a plateau that we can't seem to get over, we start doubting ourselves, right? And when that happens, which side of the paper do you feel like you're on? The left side or the right side? Well, doubts, frustrations, anxieties, and even feeling stuck all go right there on the left side of the page. That's the first thing to notice. Now, when you're feeling stuck, how often do you affirm that you're stuck to yourself? About 17 times a second, right? You keep thinking about it over and over, no matter what I do, and I seem to have this block, and I've just tried everything. And so where are you stuck? You're stuck on the left side of the page. It isn't the situation that has you stuck. It's your energy hung up in doubts, worries, frustration, anger, confusion, and all that. And when you're feeling stuck, well, it's kind of hard to fulfill your life purpose, right? The thing is, feeling stuck isn't the end of the world. It simply means that you've come to a crossroads. You're being asked to choose. So which direction will you take? One direction could lead to a life lesson that totally knocks you down, where you can't seem to get off the left side of the page. And the other could end up being your very own personalized path to wealth and happiness and everything that you've ever wanted. So the big question is, how do you choose the right path? Well, the most crucial spiritual challenge, and you can put this on a billboard like a Hollywood poster, the most crucial spiritual challenge we will ever face is walking away from our ego self and aligning instead with our soul self. This represents every single challenge that life brings us. Everything on the right side of the paper is who we are and what we stand for, and this is how life challenges us. So will we stretch away from our soul and go over to the ego side, or will we pass the test and align with our soul self? Now, it's easy to suggest that you drop the qualities of your soul self, just release them. That's what all the experts ask you to do. So let me make a disclaimer here. The ego also serves a purpose, and a really good purpose. The ego shows us the difference between what we don't want and what we do want. So when we're feeling doubts, worries, frustration, confusion, and we're feeling stuck, all of that, it's showing us what's not working in life. And this helps us to look for those things that bring us inspiration and joy so we can realign with our life's purpose, so we can live over there on the right side of the page. So we're talking about how to choose the right path when you're feeling stuck. And one thing you need to keep in mind is that sometimes the right path can be hidden. It might not immediately seem like the right path. The right path might challenge you. It might push you right to the limit of who you are and what you can accomplish. It might even push you to a moment where your palms sweat and you feel like, are you kidding me? I can't possibly do this. Sometimes it's enough to make your ego scream at you, who do you think you are? Now, if you're feeling all that crazy stuff and your palms are sweating and your ego is screaming at you, you might be wondering if you're on the right path. Well, there's an easy way to tell. You know, because it aligns with your values, it fulfills your passions, and yes, you know you're on the right path when it challenges you. What's the challenge? You're being asked to choose your purpose in life, to choose your soul self, to choose your very life force. One thing's for sure about your right path, it won't be ordinary, and it won't be mediocre. But I'll be willing to bet you aren't looking for ordinary or mediocre. You may not know why, but you're destined for something so much more. I'm about to show you how to get there. Because you want to live your life purpose, to live the life you're meant to live, and if you want help with it, well, I'm here for you. It starts with learning, planning, and getting the necessary strategies, with learning modules that teach you what you need to know to move forward, and with the accountability that you need to succeed. So in the Life Purpose Soul Cafe, well, you're going to learn things like how to untangle the challenges that have been tripping you up, how to find the hidden messages that your doubts have for you, how to find and play to your strengths, how to solve problems without giving in to negative energy, how to find your true life's purpose, and how to create your own revolution. Now, if you're already in our community, then I hope you'll implement what you've been learning today and throughout these videos. But if this is new for you, and if you find yourself constantly asking, why am I here, and who am I meant to be, and what am I meant to do with my life, well, we're going to find out. We're going to discover your life's purpose and create the plan so you can live the life you're meant to live. So this is your invitation, because you didn't show up on this planet for no good reason. You're here because your very existence is meant to fulfill an important purpose, to become a beautiful, essential thread in the tapestry of human history. You're here because you can contribute something that no one else who has ever lived can contribute. And making that contribution brings you fulfillment and wholeness that nothing else will. So I invite you to honor your calling and join us in the Life Purpose Soul Cafe and begin your revolution right now. You can find out more at lifepurposesoulcafe.com. We look forward to having you join our community. And in the next video, I'm going to reveal all 7 steps of the Life Purpose Breakthrough Method. So I'll see you there.